Well, hello, hello, hello. Today we're going to talk about a very basic but extremely important Excel feature called the Excel table. It has a terrible name but has a tremendous amount of value. So let's look at this raw data I have right here. These are iPhone prices that I scraped from Craigslist using Python. Story for another day. Right. Let's say we're going to analyze this data, and the first thing I want to do is I want to look at the prices. That would make sense. And so I say something like, I want to sum these prices, and I'll say sum, and I'll just grab a few of them. Oops, it's 0. How is that possible? Well, go figure. Look at this. You see this little green tab in the upper left-hand corner? Excel doesn't seem to think these numbers are numbers. It's viewing them as text. It came from the internet. Go blame them. Okay, so how do we fix this? There's an Excel formula called number value. I can just I can say the first argument is that text value, and then boom, now I've got a number. That's wonderful. But I only have one number. I want all of these to be converted from text to a number. So I could scroll down and go to the bottom, and then I could copy this formula up. And you may say, hey, that's no big deal, especially using keyboard shortcuts like Control Up arrow and Control Down arrow. But you know what? It still kind of bothers me that I have to, let's say, I'll call this column price number, that I have to do that. So instead, wouldn't it be nice if there was a way that that formula could be copied down dynamically? And then even better, that I wouldn't have to reference a cell like C2 or, in this case, C3. I would rather reference the column value as a name. Like I want to say, make the price a number, not make C2 a number, C3 a number. So luckily, we can do that with an Excel table. Here's how you create one. You can use using your mouse. You go to insert, and then table. It's really easy. If you don't want to use the mouse, then clicking anywhere in your table, you can type Control P, and you'll create a table. Boom. Okay. So now let's do exactly what we just did. Use that number value formula. So I'm going to create a new column. I'll call it clean price. Now I can say number value. And now, instead of referencing C2, you can see that it's referencing at price. And the at symbol just designates that I mean this row. I close that off, hit enter, boom, done. Didn't have to copy anything down. And now when I look back at this formula, I can see instead of saying, oh, it's referencing C2, let me go over and see what's in C2, I can say, oh no, it's referencing the price column. I know what this is. Now, in this example, our data is small enough, you can see the column. It isn't that difficult to trace back from this formula to C2, but you can imagine as you start working with larger spreadsheets where you're having formulas and tables on multiple worksheets within a workbook, that referencing a archaic Excel formula, A1 to Z5, can get really hard, whereas just referencing price, employee name, etc. can make a lot more sense. So this is just a really easy way to make your life easier. So a fast way to make your life easier with Excel using Excel tables. We got there with Control T or with Insert Table on any tabular data, and it gave us these dynamic named ranges. Huge benefit. Definitely add Excel tables to your Excel lifestyle or to your Excel practice. You won't regret it.